sitting squarely in the groove.
When you hear the people everywhere call your name, then your life is never gonna be quite the same. Got your money on your journey to fortune and fame. The cameras are ready to show time.
Take it to the bridge.
That's good timing on the songs. Hi everyone. Hi Shinji. Hi Possum. We're just gonna get some exercise in today. It's still a little cold out, but most of the snow, thankfully, outside's melted, so the house isn't too cold anymore. My time's just gonna be kind of short today, so we're just gonna try and clean up some perfect game stuff on things that I've been kind of lazy on. I think I only have 7 more before I get to 3,000, which is what you need for the Platinum Perfect Gamer title, and that's really like the final goal I have for Phoenix before we move into the next game. I'm glad you made it back. Welcome back. But that's the goal. Clean up some things that I've been kind of lazy on that I don't have PGs in Phoenix that I should have PGs in. One I can think of immediately is Orbit Stabilizer. But I've got a list of some things I can do, so we're just going to kind of grind. Awesome, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. A lot of love. Enjoy your emotes. I need to get more at some point. But yeah, I'm just going to take a quick warm-up. We're just going to go. After that, I'll go for about an hour and a half or so. I'll probably stop 5:30. Well, let's get started here. I don't need a whole lot of warm-up to play Orbit Stabilizer early, so we're just going to kind of go. I do want to try and get Mahika single at some point, but I'm not going to play it as a warm-up. Let's be silly for a second. One of my favorite BGAs for Phoenix. Missing that one corner is... It sucks to happen, but it happens. Oh, what a pleasure. A little hard to play as a warm-up, though, because there is a lot of movement for something that's very bracket heavy. God, I love that chart.
Next stage.
I forgot to get water. I'm gonna get water real quick. much better. Get some water. Much better. Alright. Let's go over stabilizer. I have played this before as a warm-up credit. And gotten it, so. But worst case scenario, I'll be warm afterwards.
New teams. Difficulty zone level 17. Level 23.
This is still one of my favorite original Max decks just because of the simplicity that it works. That is a little harder to warm up on than I was expecting.
Absolutely perfect!
Like, it's not even the runs that we're really in trouble, it's the double stepping. My legs are not moving evenly on those. It's a tough chart. Like, it's a really fun chart.
Next stage.
And a really good shake-up on typical runs. The movement is so cool. Like, this is one of those no-go ideas where he literally ran with it, and it works out really well. But yeah, finding that second song of the day is a little kick in the lungs. Now we have to actually PG it, and that's the hard part. It's not trivial. Easier than other 23s for me, but not trivial still. I've done this in the past, so it shouldn't be that bad, but it'll probably take a few tries. The thing is, there's only like one real break until you get to the end. Let's turn pass on. This is about how I felt when I played Heliosphere last week as my last song after a co-op session. My lung felt like it was like collapsed. Like, I'm fine, but this is like the heavy breathing really does me in.
really your best?
Yeah, be careful not to cut the corner short. It's fine. Does give me a chance to get some more air. Come on. Lost my footing.
Hey, is this really your best?
Lost my footing there. Dang it. Just got a little bit off. A little bit off on my balance, but then I was tripping on myself. God, when you haven't played hard stuff for a while, it's really such a kick in the teeth for your lungs. Because last week we had the co-op hotfix show. So Hart and I were playing co-op, so in general those are not very taxing for me. So to play like actually taxing things for me afterwards, it's like it's also a part of just getting older. We can definitely get this. We just need to just lock in the balance, stay a little bit late. If I don't get it in this attempt, JT -3 is probably a good solution just to get out of the way. Come on, lung. That's my fault.
Hey, is this really your best?
I just kind of lazily picked my feet up. So that's all on me. Come on, you.
Game over.
Even during the easy parts, you gotta at least try. Gotta at least try a little bit.
Pump it up. New tunes. Difficulty zone level 17. Level 23.
My bad. Didn't get to here.
Is this really your best?
Didn't get to there. Damn. I cut that short. Just barely cut that short. Hi, J-Boy. Yeah, it happens. This song is at least really short. Like, it's like 1:40 or something. So it's okay. This is better than making a mistake at the very end of Beat of the War 2 Full, which happened multiple times the other day. And you just sit through 4.5 minutes of getting to that point again. How you doing lately? Hope storms didn't hit you too hard over there. Hey, Regen. Thank you very much. Hope you're good over there. GG full. That was GG full. Like, I'm name blanking for a sec. Oh, Gargoyle. Wasn't that like your first play of it? No, because I already walked off the last note because you didn't know it was there. No, it's not that one. Yeah, I know that feeling. It took me a while to get Gargoyle myself. I'm just gonna let this die for a second. Just let that die for a second. I just want some air. struggle to play through Gargoyle. Like, charts are technically good. I just don't have fun actually playing them because it's Gargoyle for 6 minutes. I'm glad there wasn't any damage. Glad y'all are good over there. We just had minor amounts of snow, but being Texas, there's no infrastructure to clear that, so we were snowed in, which thankfully, it was my entire weekend. So I was just bunkered at home until we could finally go out to get groceries. So it was at least not stressful, because we had plenty of food, we didn't have any power issues, and I didn't have to work. And surprisingly, I did not come back to a mess at work. Like, I was kind of expecting that, but it was actually okay. That being said, I still have two more nights of work, so still got some things to go before I get another weekend.
Your best?
Make sure you hit the panels, man. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good song. Unfortunately, we haven't had any DM outro songs since this one.
Is this really your best?
Don't rush. That's normally not a problem. That's just me relaxing too hard. The thing is that the 16 measures right after that is by far the most difficult part of the chart, since it's constant high movement running with some flying at the end. I do think we need more charts like these again, especially to counterbalance like the billions of brackets in upper levels right now. Like, we definitely had our share of twist and run things, but brackets, especially in Phoenix, overshadowed almost all of that. try for this one more time. If we don't get it now, we'll come back to this another day. Okay, I'm gonna give that a real try. That's me.
Hey, is this really your best?
I'm okay with the end of that. I'm actually okay with that. It's just, ow, that's a lot to process. But considering I've gotten into Chrono Circle in my mind the last few years, things that are very dense scare me less than they used to. Like, it was already a problem in Voltex and 2DS for me, but playing those games, like playing the Circle games, definitely made me fix my reading issues. It is. It is a lot. And that's okay.
New teams. Difficulty zone level 17. Level 23.
Because what is Pump without trying different things? That's my fault. I was also
Hey,
getting away
is
with a
this
lot of
really
crap
your
that I shouldn't
best?
have. I got away with so much crap. It's fine. Let's move on. That's fine. Another day. Another day. You know, distress emit is something I should do. And I'm already right next to it. Problem is that, like, outside of co-op, there aren't a lot of, like, really, really good quick options I have to actually try. And I'm lazy, I don't want to try. But here we are anyways. Just not even gonna worry about the sink. an eye on your techniques if you're good otherwise. Because it's not that exhausting. If you can keep up, it's not exhausting for what it is.
Next stage.
Like, I'm honestly less tired after that than Ord Stabilizer. Just because the movement is very condensed. And there's not a lot for the first 2 turns. I wish Kuro would make more songs for us. Kuro's a great artist. And it's a little sad that this is his only song in the game. He still does a lot of BGA work, which is nice. That being said, I'm kind of glad the song is slightly cut down from its original version. Because the extra, the finished version was like an extra 30 seconds, but it was just repetition stuff. So I'm kind of glad it's in its current form, around like 140-ish or so. And that's kind of like what I've been like trying to say about modern music games. I think like the 230 limit on most music games now, especially Sega games, that's a little on the long side. Like if you need to make a song that long to get your point across, that's understandable. But I would honestly rather have shorter things that you can communicate into like 1:40 to 2 minutes. Especially for dance games, because things get very tiring exponentially when you have longer things. I was thinking so hard about the ending, I wasn't even thinking about the notes that are right there. And I kind of wish that slowdown was still there, so I could see it easy. Because somehow removing the slowdown is somehow easier than having it be slow until it hits and then speeding back up. I would much rather be able to see it ahead of time. It's okay, we chill. We chill. Okay, that's me being lazy.
Hey, is this really your best?
Remember, you have JT -5 on, so don't hold back too hard. I should be hitting on time. There is no need to hold back. Just do the thing. you go. All
Absolutely
fixed.
perfect!
That was fun.
Wow! New record!
That was fun. It gets a little scary at the end, but considering you can save
You've
your
got a new title.
that was
Game over.
that was not what I expected. Did I do something recently? I don't remember being at $29.99.
I'll check your number. I know. Your number is not correct.
Oh, is it from like data?
Yeah. No, autumn break. It still
Oh
counts
yeah, that's
those.
right. That's right.
It still counts those. Your number is not correct. You should take screenshot of that.
Yep. Let me save these pictures. Well, it counts technically, but I will get to an actual 3,000. Yeah, it says 29.94, but that's because autumn break was removed. So let me get these screenshots here, because these are funny to think about.
That may be like the uniquest title in the world. I know I had my 500 with 498 or something.
Yeah, because I had already PG'd all those before it left.
Unexpected.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, you have your title now.
I do, but in the wrong way. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so and anybody who's not up on the lore, so was it I think 2.09, Autumn Break was released, that patch, and that was a original song by Cosmograph. Unfortunately, Andamiro had screwed up for a long time, surprisingly, because this happened in mobile too, but nobody mentioned it then. They had given the demo version of the song out to the step maker and put that in the game. And the problem was the demo version directly used some Chorus K song as like a placeholder. So it was a huge copyright issue. So 3 days after it was released, they ripped it out of the game because they're like, ah, crap. So, like, the song was removed, but they kept any kind of data related to it, and apparently that counts for my perfect gamer because it says 29.94 on my count, but I believe there were 6 charts I could get PGs on Auto Break, and they still count.
There were doubles.
There were 3 doubles and three eligible singles, if I remember right. So, yeah. That's not the way I wanted to do that.
And nothing you can do to cancel it though.
Nope, I can't cancel it, but I can still get to 3,000, like, legit, but, like, get the number to 3,000 once, I can either keep doing stuff here, or, Toos is coming over on Monday, so we can clean up co-ops.
I can play co-ops.
We can too, but it's also a lot of work. It's easier if both of y'all are here.
There's still a bunch of stuff we can do.
There's also three players,
Yeah.
which, like I said, opens up our options. Hey, T-Bone. But yeah, that's not something I was expecting today. Pump is a funny game. Pump is a funny ass game, and I love
Did
it.
you take the screenshot? Or
I did manage to get the screenshot in time. Here, let me take take a second because there's announcements I need to look at. Nothing really to this.
I guess they didn't want to erase it because
Yeah, 'cause
canceled titles for people.
Yeah, they did see that. So I managed to get the perfect gamer title, like the platinum one that requires 3,000 PGs. The thing is, because Autumn Break was removed 3 days after it was released, the song was ripped out, but they kept the data, and 6 of those charts were still eligible for my PGs. So right now I have the title when my game data says 2994 instead of 3,000. That's what happened just now, because I wasn't expecting that, and it just randomly showed up at the end of results once I did Distress Emit. And it's like, thankfully, I have my recording program open so I can quickly smash the screenshot button. Oh, this game is funny. Anyways, let's move on. Let's see what else we can do. We're going to go to 22s. Let me go look at PIU Tracker and see where I am. There's not a lot of 22s left to do. Oh yeah, I did want to do Mahika. I did want to try to do Mahika. Let's do that.
New team. User difficulty zone level 10. Level 22.
The hard part of this is dealing with the 30-second burst at the very end, because there's a 30-second burst at 188 that's definitely ends my runs. But let's just take a stroll through to see where we're at. Ending's tough, and the whole chart's tough. Hey, Amir.
Unbelievable! You are the best!
There's a lot of thinking involved in places, so I had to really focus.
Next stage.
Thankfully, the pacing of the chart is good to where you can get some rest here and there. Yeah, the very last burst is... I have messed up several PGs on the very last 30-second burst. And you're coming out of a bunch of bracket parts, too, so it's pretty scary. I think 4 legs would actually make this game harder in some ways. I'm not even sure how I balance on 4 legs. 2 for each pad. Regardless of if you're playing singles or doubles. I saw that. I forgot to turn pass on. We'll try this for a little bit,
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance, man?
but I know the ending's gonna definitely be a rough spot, so I don't want to spend too much time on this one.
Game over.
Need to definitely hit harder. I'm being a little bit cautious.
Pump it up. New series. Difficulty zone double. Difficulty zone level challenge. Level 22.
part always gets me.
Hey, is this really your best?
That part's surprisingly difficult for me. Like, realistically, the easiest way would be to do jump tap, but I'm also not good at kicking my heel down. I'm not gonna go for that. Brain.
Hey, is this really your best?
You don't need to be thinking about the thing yet. Think about it in 45 seconds when it actually happens. Now, to be fair, I do want to just listen to the song because Mahika is a good song, and it's one of the for me it's one of the better licenses in Phoenix. I was actually surprised to learn people didn't really, at least as far as Pump is concerned, people didn't really like this one that much. Like, that was actually kind of a shock to me, especially with how well received what's the other one? Luxia was. Ugh. Look, it's still cold outside, I'm brewing up trouble. That's as close as I'm getting. If we don't get this soon, we'll move on.
Absolutely perfect!
Very scary ending.
New record!
Glad to be done on that one. Fun one. Hey, Kingsley. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Smash it.
Next stage.
The moment we got out of the middle, we got out of the ending too. Hi, Tisa. Thank you. Huh?
Did you ever get the show?
pretty sure I did.
Nightmare?
I'm pretty sure I did. Let me see.
Level 22. Difficulty zone level 17. Level 23.
If not, then it'll be a good candidate. I'm pretty sure I did it already. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Well. Let's put it more this way. I'm stubborn. I'm stupidly stubborn. Let's put it that way. I'm glad you reminded me of this one. I thought I had it, but I guess not. Let's just do that. Yeah, congrats on error code, by the way, Amir. The youngins are beating me when it comes to 27s, and I have to applaud that. Because that just shows how far the new generation has come. Yeah, I should go back and get that too for Amir, because I am also very close to the end. I think the best attempt, I could literally see the ending holds when I failed out. So I should give it an honest try again at some point. Yeah, I think you were there for that stream, because it was for marathon practice. I think it was the fast pace for Pride one. That's the hard part. That makes it a 27. If it wasn't for the last 4 measures, then yeah, we would probably just be like a harder 26. But that's the part that kills you. All right, for BPM.
Hey, is this really
Move
your
my foot a
bag?
little. Yeah, they've been switched. Yeah, they've been switched since XX, I think. Oh yeah, weren't you the one that stumbled onto that?
No, I made John play.
Oh, you made John play it.
Either John or Andrew, one of those two.
Yeah, so it's been a while. Like, there are some things that were switched in Phoenix, but this one was an XX switch. Because the one that comes to mind for a Phoenix switch for ratings is solitary singles. When they put another crazy back above the new Fiesta chart. No comment. No comment. Let me just reorganize my head. Yes. Coming from somebody who went through VGA stuff on it, yes it is. Look, are you really gonna say rude to Diggy Sheep? I don't think you can do that, man. Not with those emotes. We love Diggy Sheep. Okay, I got away with that for a second.
Hey, is this really your best?
Yeah, this is true. Now, two of those songs are removed, but there's probably at least one other instance. I'm thinking Narcissista and Seize My Day.
Why?
That's the third. Yeah, so the football match is Narcissista. Or is that a concert? So that's like one of the two. Then we have Bullfighter.
Over!
And then Seize My Day. Diggy's bouncing around for a bit. Is Diggy in Move That Body? I can't remember if he is. I can't remember if Diggy would be in Move That Body. That would be like the other big one, if so. But I can't remember off the top of my head because it's mostly mascots.
They only used
Mascots.
pictures. They used background, not background, banners. They used posters. They used zero or exit demo footage, and they only animation as mascots.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Diggy sheep. That's custom made, right? That's cats.
Yeah, that's cats.
Yeah, if you want one, we can put you in touch with them, and they can possibly make you one at some point. Yeah, the Diggies are great. They are fantastic.
New teams, difficulty zone double. Level 23.
Yeah, well, what he said. Focus, focus, focus. Little slow on that.
Hey, is this really your best?
Yeah, the sound clip is actually exactly what's typed in chat. Yeah, I don't remember which Vanya member did this one. Like, I'm pretty sure it's listed on, like, NamiWiki. I think...
This one is Yap.
I think this one is because Witch Doctor number 1 is also Yops. So I think this one actually is Yops. The places they took quote-unquote inspiration from back in the day were interesting from a history standpoint. But yeah, the Bonnie team hasn't been involved with anything for a long time with this game, aside from Yup throwing in a few old songs for Prime. One of which I like, and the other one I don't really care for, and the other one I don't understand why it was added. And I'll let you all decide which is which. Yeah, that was the last one, and that's... The thing is, that's the original version of the song. And that's the sad part, because you intentionally put in a version that's honestly worse. like at least to me. Like, Blaze of Motion isn't like the greatest thing normally, but the guitars and vocals help fill it out. The original like band piano version is just so underwhelming. Yeah, like all three of the songs that Yacht put in Prime 1 as originals, they were all like old songs.
I thought Hyacinth was redone with the vocals.
It was redone. Hyacinth was redone with vocals, which definitely made it a lot better because I listened to the version without vocals and it sounds so weak. Like Hyacinth I'm actually a fan of. Like it is a little messy, but it at least has good energy that way. And Red Swan is Red Swan. The only Swan Lake remix I really like as a song is Black Swan. That's not even from Pump. It's just a weird history thing. I think Yop just wanted to just dump stuff off and be done. That was the last we saw of his. And he did do a lot of important work in this game. Good and bad. So that's just kind of just taking the history lesson. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, both in Blaze of Motion and Hyacinth, those original versions, the melody is held up entirely by the plinking piano, and it sounds so unenergetic. Thank you for making me remember.
Wow! New record!
I still think that it's a good chart for what it is.
Next
It's
stage.
annoying in just the right way, like it was supposed to be 20 years ago. Funny enough, we asked Kanji some of his less liked charts. And he was like, oh, I hate Witch Doctor drills. And we asked him like, did you mean Witch Doctor or WX Dakpa? And he was like, both!
Kanji's take on it is also quite spicy.
Yeah, to be fair, Kanji also did write 2 charts for Witch Doctor, so he's kind of got his own opinion of what the song should be like. But yeah, I love Witch Doctor Nightmare. Like, I think this is a good chart for what it is, being very annoying and flying based with older patterns, but still, you can kind of see the creaks of modern modern headspace there with how it's patterned.
As a short person, I don't like inward facing videos, but everything else is fine. It's just me being short.
Hey, Sal. Welcome in, guy. You discovered me being very tired and kind of lazy. I don't know how much longer I'm going to play today. I've already gotten several PGs that I needed to knock out, and I think we need, what, 3 more? 4 more.
This makes 3. Just estimate.
This is true. Modern charting would never use the W on purpose. All my homies hate W's. That's why we get L's.
I hate W's. That's why you play blue on the odds.
God.
I can't play blue on the odds.
Alright, I don't feel like playing Canon D, so that's out. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. This is the last, like, bit. Oh god, yeah, I hate the end of Chimera. I do recognize that it's fine to have, I just hate doing it at the end of that. I'm gonna give myself a second to rest. This isn't too bad, but I remember choking the last pattern several times, so I'm actually gonna look at it.
Hey, is this really your best?
Let's see, catastrophe. Can we remix this with Kitty Cat? I would love that. Let's look at the last 45 seconds here. I've gotten this in matches several times, it's just gotta know what to do. So there's 12 notes at the end, and I need to do a little bit more. And I need to immediately. Okay. It would be funny, but I don't think he really wants to do anything with Pump anymore. I know he was getting rid of his machine. I have no idea if that ever happened. He's having fun with his, like, karaoke thing. Can't blame him. I mean, I'm gonna look at it on YouTube. I'm not gonna look at it in a play.
Hey, is this really your best?
Lazy. Oh, that's fine.
Game over.
Double W. Well, I mean, if you put, like, say, Larpus on mirror, that you get what you need. Like, even D23 on mirror. Or Can. Can Orpheus is perfect for what you want. Alright, I think Catastrophe is probably going to be the last thing I do today. God, Gunrock.
New teams. Difficulty zone level 17. Level 23.
Dignity does, but only for that one moment. No more memes today. The brain does not want to do memeing. Yeah, that last transition's a little awkward with how it is. The last transition's a little awkward.
You are the best! Next stage.
As something that's kind of like a more standard chart with overall simpler patterns, this is a good one, especially since it's not even the hardest chart for the song. Like, I really like every chart for this song. They're all fun to play, and they all have their challenges. Really, really fun stuff. Yeah, that's the hard part about owning stuff like this. It's not something that was really meant to be sold to consumers at the level we're playing at these days. That being said, I do not miss plastic pad stuff. That was my introduction to DDR.
I had to do surgery on mine.
Well, the pad I played on was my brother's, so it's,
I bought mine
I at least didn't have to be the one to maintain it.
I bought mine second and then I had to do like wiring surgery.
Yeah, you could put that in that, even though it's just like the very end. It's funny because if you mirror it, you make it worse because you get more of them. Yep. That's what I feared was going to happen. That happened on my very first play of the chart.
Absolutely perfect!
It's hard to not screw up there. Let's move on to something else to finish up the set.
Next stage.
But yeah, it's that sweep into immediate you must plant your foot right there, which I'm very bad at getting from here. It happens. Let me see if there's anything else I can try to clean up, but I think I'm just going to play random stuff. Hmm? Ending.
I don't remember what's in the end after super.
Well, that's-
Is it like twisty run?
It has rolling brackets at the very end. It would be a very easy 24 candidate, but rolling brackets at the end are really not my strong
I
point.
don't remember what was in the very end.
Oh, this. This is difficult. I have to remember to do this. I hate that note so much. Shane, for the raid. Alright, well, there's at least an easy one out of the way.
Wow! New record!
Like I said, it's all about going from these notes to this. That is the worst.
Next stage.
Unfortunately, I just don't think it's a very good song for a game. It is extremely repetitive. I honestly think like the way it was charted is fine and about as good as you can get out of the song. The problem is the song is not a good pick, and that was a big issue I had with a lot of Tennessee licenses. I don't think a lot of Tennessee licenses were very good picks for Pump. Also, happy belated birthday, Shane. Happy belated birthday there. Get some rest. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for rating. Like, there's only so much you can do with the song. It is just such a repetitive, dull mess. And not even like the interesting kind of repetitive. Like, Doan songs are repetitive in their ways, but he knows how to make it interesting and use the repetition to his advantage. This does not feel like that. Yeah, I think as a whole, there are some Tennessee songs I do like. You can see a couple of them to the right, directly to the right. I do like Do Sync, and I do like Break Through Yourself. But most of them just didn't feel very good. Yeah, the Tennessee picks in Chrono Circle were better suited and better in general. Soldiers felt a lot better there than in Pump. Like, Soldiers is unfortunately very awful in Pump.
Oh, being an ass, it's still fun to play and run. Just not fun to be catched. Can't
I'm pretty lazy, so I'm gonna let this die for a second, probably. Let's go scan it. Like that one. I'll do this with GT. Apparently because Cabario's signature color is purple.
Hey, is this really your best?
Like, one of Cabario's signature colors is apparently purple. That's according to what I've read on Remy. Or not Remy, not No, not. Yeah, like, there's some nice attention to detail with artists and songs in some things, and that's definitely one of those points. Everyone get your Cheeducks in chat. Alright, I'm gonna just take one attempt. We're just gonna play through at the end just to finish up. that at some point. We'll fix that at some point.
Absolutely perfect!
We'll fix that at some point.
Game
Had a lot at the
over.
end. Had a lot at the end because I was just falling behind. I'm not used to playing that one with JT, so I'm kind of instinctively trying to stay late even though I no longer need to. Yeah, the rolling brackets were clean when you don't have to worry about that. Those rolling brackets are so much harder with how the sync normally is. Alrighty, y'all. I've got some important words to say, but I'm going to send y'all over to Really Really Longathon. Thank you for joining me. So, Helix and crew have organized a marathon because a very important thing to say right now, fuck ice. It's a problem that needs to be addressed now. So a lot of the speedrunning crew is putting together a marathon to support those in Minnesota. So, as if my stance on this wasn't like already clear enough. But anyways, go check out some amazing runs in speedrunners. Support them if you can. Reposting helps a lot if you can. Donate if you can. All I can say is fuck ice. It's the whole agency is a fucking plague. But I don't have anything else for today. Go have some fun over there. Tomorrow I'll probably try and do some Doom stuff before I go to work. But otherwise, I'll see y'all next stream. Thanks for watching, everyone.